SMT Nation, we back nation. Today we're going to be discussing the outcome of all the advertising and commercials as it pertains to telco. And it was an interesting, I guess display. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like we got a little bit extra from some companies and we didn't get enough from other ones. Anyways, let's discuss that here in today's video. T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, and even Big Cable. How did they do? What did they do? And is it going to pay out for them? Let's discuss that here in today's video. Link for the article from Monica Alvin is the placeholder. This one will kind of just guide the narratives that we are going to kind of discuss and offer commentary in today's video. That link will be in the description. Ways to support us can be found in the description as well. Okay, so after I watched the Super Bowl and all the advertisements that came with it, I feel like I have a pretty good handle on what happened, what each company was trying to do and achieve with their goals in respect to advertising and commercials. And I left knowing this one thing. Verizon spent a lot of money. When it just comes to the name notoriety, they got Beyonce, Lemons, the recognition, right? Her star power, I think, was a really good idea. The trying to break the internet, trying to, show how like she was trying to break the Verizon network or whatever and couldn't. I think it was pretty effective messaging, right? The network, that's Verizon's calling card. Beyonce, a big name, international star. Guys, she has one name, right? Nobody calls her Beyonce Knowles. Nobody calls her Beyonce Carter, right? She is Beyonce, right? That was a very high profile name. So Verizon, I think, did well to do that. And I think the effectiveness of the ad, I think it was there. And with respect to T-Mobile, they kind of stuck with the same theme that they've been doing with their, their singing duets for the T-Mobile home internet. I didn't see advertising about their mobile network. I didn't see advertising about their, wireless service in its traditional sense, because that's obviously not their, not what they're pushing, with their advertising. It's really about their growth vector, which is 5G home internet, so they just dumped a bunch of money into getting Aquaman. For those of you that know the actor, I think it's Jason Momoa or something like that. I forget his name, but he kind of made the appearance, but the same theme, right? The singing neighbors, 5G home internet and all that stuff. So for them, I think it was status quo. I think it ain't broke. You don't fix it. Good momentum. People have liked, and the ads have resonated with people. It's become like their calling card, and people remember it, know it. It's got that buzz to it that T-Mobile's looking for. They're gonna ride that out until it fades, right? So that's what we got. And then of course I think Spectrum Charter also got involved with the advertisements a little bit as well, and they took shots at T-Mobile home internet, right? Because that obviously they've been taking their customers. Unfortunately, I think that's going to be futile, and I don't think it's going to pay out dividends for them. For T-Mobile, I think it keeps their momentum going, and for Verizon, their name is just plastered all over the Super Bowl. The advertisements around Vegas, the Sphere, the billboards, the digital screens and displays, they were everywhere. They spent tons of money for these things. I mean, between Beyonce and the time of the advertisements, Verizon probably spent $30 million on that ad. So the production, the release, all that stuff, really, really major. And I'm sure, with the Scrubs actors and Flashdance stuff that, T-Mobile was doing, that's an expensive placement too. All right, now notice nothing from AT&T. I don't remember anything from AT&T. Maybe they had an ad and I missed it, but I didn't see any. And I think that's by design. I don't think AT&T benefits from advertising at Super Bowl. That we see them all over NBA. We see them all over NCAA, right? So we see them in hoops. And then obviously they have the relationship with PGA or the Masters. I forget if it's certain events or if it's just PGA, but now T-Mobile's kind of playing ball with them, and then also the MLB. But this was Verizon's game, right? It was going to be theirs. It was going to be them, and they put it together. Now, don't forget, Verizon, with Total by Verizon, they ran an ad in the Spanish-speaking transmission of the Super Bowl. I don't know if it was native Mexico is where they aired it only, but I know they had that, and then I think Metro had a commercial as well. I don't know what AT&T did in Mexico or if they did anything in Latin America. I have no clue. No idea. But I think possibly maybe AT&T did something with respect to just a phone advertisement, like a traditional commercial, but I don't think they had anything unique. If they did, maybe you guys can update me and let me know in the comment section. But let me ask you guys, because you guys are all consumers. You saw the commercials. Who of the major carriers produced something that really stuck with you, right? Really created some buzz you thought, was the best or memorable. I think that's really what it's about, right? Creating a memorable commercial or advertisement. Who was able to do that? Was it Verizon? Was it T-Mobile? Was it something else? Let me know. Comment down below. You're all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.